And just like that, the moment we parked at the bay, the screen outside the aircraft was already displaying the next flight number and departure timing. That's the reality of modern aviation. And the aircraft hardly rest. The moment one journey ends, preparation for the next one has already begun. While passengers see the arrival, the airline is already thinking about the next departure. Thousands of people, multiple departments, engineers, cleaners, loaders, dispatchers, caterers, cabin crew, and pilots, all working against the clock to turn this massive machine around for its next flight. Well, after about a 30 minutes drive, we finally reached the hotel. Clean roads, fresh air, absolute bliss. Sometimes it's these little things that make a place so special, exactly what you need after a long flight. Check-in was incredibly smooth, and within no time I was in my room. After a long haul flight, there's no better feeling than finally dropping your bags and taking a moment to relax. I really liked this room. It's modern, comfortable, and has a very calming atmosphere. After a long haul flight, a peaceful room like this makes all the difference. Simple, elegant, and very comfortable. This is exactly the kind of room you hope to walk in into. Quiet, cozy, and perfect for recharging. First things first, a quick change, uniform sent for laundry, a refreshing shower, and a short power nap. Long haul flying can be exhausting, but after that little reset, I was ready to venture out and experience Frankfurt. The rain had just passed, leaving behind crisp, cold air and that unmistakable freshness you only get after a shower. With the bus stop right across our hotel, our little Frankfurt adventure was about to begin. We headed straight to Frankfurt city center, just a short 10 minutes drive from our hotel. Before beginning our walk, we popped into a convenience store to grab few snacks. Sometimes the best way to experience a new city is with no fixed plan, just a snack in hand and a willingness to explore. The city had a charm of its own that day. A gentle rain drifted in and out, leaving behind cool, refreshing air. The streets were calm, people kept to themselves, and there was a wonderful sense of peace. Every few steps, we would come across a quaint cafe, a family run restaurant, or a local food outlet. It was the kind of city that invites you to slow down, wander without a destination, and simply enjoy the atmosphere. As I continued exploring the city, I came across the small, cozy Turkish food joint. It had a simple, authentic feel that made it hard to just walk past. Even though I wasn't really hungry, I thought I would try one of the house specialties. The food was fresh, flavorful, and absolutely delicious, but the portion size completely caught me by surprise. I gave it my best shot, but finishing the whole plate turned out to be much harder than I imagined. As we wandered through the city, I couldn't help but notice how much the city was evolving. Construction work was visible almost everywhere, yet everything remained clean, organized, and surprisingly peaceful. It felt like watching a city grow in real time, constantly improving while never losing its character. I came across the magnificent Imperial Cathedral of St. Bartholomew and decided to take a sneak peek inside. This stunning Gothic cathedral has stood here for centuries and was once the coronation church of Holy Roman Emperors. Walking through its grand interior, you can't help but feel the weight of history all around you. As I continued my walk, I reached the Huna market or the chicken market. one of the most charming corners of Frankfurt's old town. Surrounded by beautifully reconstructed half timbered houses, it perfectly captures the city's historic character. Just a short walk away, I arrived at Römerberg, Frankfurt's iconic medieval square that has served as the heart of the city for centuries, with its colorful buildings, historic town hall, and lively atmosphere. It's one of those places where history and modern life come together beautifully. Standing there, it almost feels like stepping back in time. From there, I made my way towards Zeil, Frankfurt's famous pedestrian only shopping street and one of the busiest retail destinations in Germany. Along the way, I passed the Museum of Modern Art, known for its striking triangular architecture and contemporary art collections. Modern art isn't really my thing, so I decided to keep walking. My destination was Zeil, where the energy of the city truly comes alive with bustling cafes, street performers, and shops from some of the biggest brands. After grabbing a quick sandwich, I made my way towards the main river, one of the Frankfurt's most scenic spots. The walk itself was incredibly relaxing. It was a refreshing change from the busy shopping streets and gave me a chance to slow down and simply enjoy the moment. Sometimes it's these quiet walks by the river that becomes the most memorable part of the journey. By now, the rain had completely passed and the clouds slowly gave way to warm sunshine. It turned out to be the perfect weather for one last experience, a cruise along the main river. Since I still had about 45 minutes before the river cruise was due to depart, I decided to make the most of the time by exploring the local shops nearby. There was no particular plan. I was simply wandering through the streets, browsing storefronts, and soaking in the atmosphere. Sometimes these unplanned moments are the best part of traveling. You discover little cafes, unique local stores, and every rhythm of the city that you might otherwise miss. Finally, it was time to board the river cruise. By now, the sun was shining brightly and the day had become surprisingly warm, a complete contrast to the cool, rainy morning. A gentle breeze coming off the river made the weather feel just right as the boat slowly pulled away from the dock. The cruise had both an upper and lower deck, with the sun shining, a cool breeze flowing across the river, and panoramic view all around. It was easily the best place to be. As the boat gently cruised along the main river, I simply sat back, relaxed, and enjoyed watching Frankfurt unfold from the water. I headed straight to the open air upper deck to take in the views from the top. From up there, Frankfurt looked absolutely stunning. The city's modern skyline, historic buildings, elegant bridges, and the calm waters of the main river all came together to create a breathtaking panorama. It was the perfect vantage point to sit back, enjoy the fresh breeze, and watch the city slowly drift by. After the cruise, I took a leisure walk across the Eiserner Steg, one of the Frankfurt's most iconic pedestrian bridges spanning the main river. What immediately caught my attention were the thousands of colorful padlocks attached to the railings. Couples from all over the world leave these love locks behind as a symbol of their commitment, often engraving their names before locking them onto the bridge and throwing the key into the river below. Whether you are a romantic or a simple traveler passing through, it's a beautiful reminder of the countless stories and memories that have become a part of this city. By now, the jet lag had finally started catching up with me, and I could really feel the fatigue from the long flight and the day of exploring. My energy levels were beginning to dip, So I hopped onto a tram and headed towards Skyline Plaza to grab something to eat before making my way back to the hotel. Sometimes, after a full day of sightseeing, all you really need is a good meal, a hot shower, and a comfortable bed to recharge for the next flight. After enjoying a simple meal of fresh meat and salad, it was finally time to head back to the hotel. As I made my way through the city one last time, I couldn't help but take in the skyline, the streets, and the atmosphere that had made the short layover so memorable. Frankfurt may have been only a brief stop between flights, but it left a lasting impression. With memories made and batteries recharged, I headed back to the hotel, already hoping I would be back here very soon. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this short layover. And that's a wrap. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hype. It really helps the channel grow. More adventures, more flights, and more aviation stories are coming your way. Until next time, God bless, take care, and bye bye.